All right, so you're marketing on Pinterest and you're like, okay, what is too much? What is not enough? In this video, we're gonna go over your 90-day Pinterest growth plan, and I'm gonna go over your first 3 months, which is 90 days. I'm gonna talk about the daily pins, how many pins you should be posting daily in month 1, month 2, and month 3, and then what you should be focusing on in month 1, month 2, and month 3. We'll talk about the link strategy, what links should you be using, what shouldn't you be using, and avoiding getting limited, which means kind of like ghosted on Pinterest. You don't want to do that. And then a simple goal. So let's dive in. So we're going to say that you just got your account started, or you're just starting to take it serious and you're using an existing account. Either way is fine. Okay. So month 1, you're going to do 3 to 5 pins. And what you're going to focus on is consistency and board setup. In my guide, the 0 to 100,000 monthly followers, I have a quick step guide that basically helps you set up your boards straight away. By the end of 7 days, you should have 7 boards, and each board should be stacked with 40 to 60 pins in them. Okay? Hope that makes sense. So I set up my boards automatically within the first 7 days, and that gives a great foundation as far as what Pinterest is looking at on your account, and it basically shows, okay, this account is going to be dedicated to this, so it gives it a good foundation, and that's worked really well on this account that I have here that I set up doing it live for people to show them how it works. Okay, so you want to set up your boards. Go ahead and set up your boards, 10 or 40 to 50 pins in each one, which means what I do once you create a board, okay, if you create a board on Pinterest, you're going to, let me go over here and show you. If you create a board, and if I create a board here, I'm going to do test. And if I go hit and create right now, whatever, well, you wouldn't want to do test. I'll do, let's just do black and white furniture, right? Black and white furniture. Just pretend we type that in. As soon as I type in black and white furniture, it's going to pop up additional pins that are related to black and white furniture. Pinterest is so smart, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go tag 45 to 60 of those pins and put them in that board, okay? That board, that's setting that board up, okay? Anywhere between 40 to 60, depending on your mood, okay? No less than 40, no more than 60, you're good to go. That's the foundation, okay? Once you get done with that, you're going to start doing your monthly pins. So first month, after 7 days, after you get your board set up, right? Let me get this very clear for you. Set up your boards for 7 days. Do not post your first pin. Okay? First 7 days, set up your boards. 3 boards a day. Over 7 days, you'll have your boards consistently done. And again, I go over that in the guide. The Fast Start Guide shows you exactly how to do that. After that, day 8 is your first day of posting a pin. You're going to post 3 to 5 pins a day, okay? So the first day, you're going to post your pin, and you're going to create, oh shoot, I created that one, dang it. Let's see what it pulls up. Nothing, because it was not even relevant, so I'll have to go delete that. Anyways, got distracted. Post your first pin. Make sure it's SEO optimized. If you're not using PinPerfect Pro, please use that. If not, you're going to have to figure this out on your own, because I created a special, unique GPT that does this for you. So I don't even bother explaining SEO anymore, because there's no reason to when there's a tool that does it for you. It's a waste of my time. Okay. You're going to create your pin, and the video before this talks about how to create the exact pin. So go watch that video. Create 3 to 5 pins, schedule them out, okay? You're going to want to focus on your first month consistency and board setup. You get your first boards out of the way in your first 7 days. After that, day 7 through 30, or day 8 through 30, you're consistently making pins, 3 to 5 a day. You're going to want to schedule them out, all right? And that sets up your first month. Schedule them out at least an hour or 2 apart, okay? So that you could scale. Now, month 2, you can add additional boards as you go if you want, or you can consistently stay with those same boards. If you want to add additional boards in the month 2, why don't you just start over again? First 7 days, create additional boards. Same strategy, okay? And then on day 8, create your first pins. Now you're going to increase it to 5 to 8 pins a day using the same strategy, okay? Now, you're going to want to scale what works. You're going to look back on your first 30 days and you're going to start looking at pins that are getting traction and what worked visually. You're going to want to recreate those pins as much as you can in month 2. Okay? That's where you get your cues from. So you create new pins, you also look at old pins, and you recreate those pins along the way. Month 3, okay? If you want to do month 3, first 7 days, create additional boards. That's a great way to do this. You want to double down plus volume, which means you're going to start posting 8 to 12 pins a day. You're going to look and scale what works. So you're going to look at your past 60 days analytics and see what's working. You're going to pull the keywords out of that. You're going to pull the whatever people are searching for. You're going to talk to your demographic, right? Let's say your analytics say, let's just dive into some analytics here. Give you an example. Okay, so this is my best performing pen. This is all organic. I would take my, my top, I would take my top pins right here in the last 30 days and I would just recreate them. I would recreate them. Okay, that's how you do that. Then you want to look at what your impressions are. Okay. What else can we look at? Audience insight. You can look at Pinterest trends. So this is pertaining to your audience when you're looking at Pinterest trends, okay? Spring outfit idea, rustic garden decor. Oh, this is just regular. This is Pinterest as a whole, not your specific trends. Let me go back to that. Audience insight. So it would show that categories and interest. This is the categories and interests that my people have interest in: children's fashions, vehicles, architecture. This is their interest. So I don't know. Maybe I could start pivoting to children's fashion if I wanted to. Oh, that's only 12%. That's 12% of my audience. The largest portion of my audience is interested in food and drink, gardening, health, women's fashion, beauty. Okay, so it doesn't mean that that's what you have to go after. It just means that's what they're interested in. So if you wanted to tailor that and pivot at that point, you could. There's so much content here you can dig into for your stuff. Most of mine is female. Obviously, yours is going to be female too. Demographics 25 to 34, 35 to 44. That's a great general area because they have disposable income. Devices. Area of where they're coming from. I talked about localizing your pins. Okay, so you're going to want to look at your analytics in month 2 and month 3. You really want to dive in and you're going to want to see what people are searching for and what they're doing. Okay? And then month 3 or month 4, I wouldn't suggest posting above 12 pins a day. Maybe you can go up to 19 to 20, but I would stop it there. Okay? The idea is not massive volume. The idea is to get clicks and grow and be steady, okay? So your massive volume play here is not really relevant to Pinterest as much as you would think, okay? You want to stay consistent above all else, okay? Now let's talk about link strategy. Link strategy. Can you use the same pins or same links when you're tagging products? You can reuse the same links multiple times, but you just need to make sure, and this is important, make sure that your pins are all unique. There's new images. You want to switch up your slightly different title and descriptions, right? So you don't want to use the same image. And I'm going to show you here, for example. So I have, for example, this light here, which was a good seller for me. And this light, same light, different background, driving traffic to the same place. Got it? This one right here, and this one right here. Okay? So that's an example of using the same image, just switching it up and driving traffic to the same place. Okay? These two products, same length. One's a video, one's a static image. Okay? So yes, you can use the same length. You're going to want to switch up the imagery, switch up the overlay, and basically the description. Everything should be new. Should be a new title, description, etc. but you can use the same length, okay? If you want to, you can use a link generator, a deep link strategy, and edit those links and use new links, but you still want, I don't want to post this 50 times using 50 different links. I also don't want to post this 50 times using 50 different images using the same length, okay? So you're gonna have to like just balance. It's an ebb and flow. You're gonna want to balance it out for yourself, okay? You're gonna want to avoid get limited, which is, again, ghosted on Pinterest. You want to use fresh images. You want to space your pins out. That's why I like using the scheduler within Pinterest, okay? And then you want to stay consistent and please avoid large posts, like dumping. If I'm on week or month 3 and I'm doing 8 to 12 pins a day, the last thing I'm going to do is go and post 12 pins all at once, okay? Speaking of that, schedulers and auto posters. The only one on Pinterest that's allowed is Tailwind. Other than that, use the calendar. Okay, that's it. Don't get anything else. Don't. Okay, a simple goal here. This video's been long enough, but a simple goal. Build momentum, train the algorithm, and scale safely over 90 days, and then build upon that, all right? Consistency beats perfection. Simple pins often outperform complex designs. Pinterest works like a search engine. That's why your search engine optimized pins are so important. And old pins gain traction later. So the longer these things, you got to remember, the half-life of a pin is 2 years. So these things are infants. They're just growing up. Get it to 6 months, a year and a half. Watch these things blossom. All right. I'm glad you watched this video.